Hello, Ramley. Welcome to Winston-Salem State University's Writing and Communication Center's guide on how to write an effective thesis statement. In this video, we'll start by introducing thesis statements, what they are, and why they matter in your writing. Then, we'll move on to the characteristics of a strong thesis statement so you'll know exactly what makes a thesis effective. We'll end by discussing how to write a thesis statement. Let's get started. A thesis statement is a clear, concise sentence that presents the main argument or claim of your essay. Think of it as the central idea everything else in your paper is built around. Most of the time, it's just one sentence, but in longer essays or research papers, it might be a bit longer to fully express your point. One important thing to remember is that a thesis statement is never a question. Instead, it's usually the answer to a question your essay is exploring. For example, if you're asking, why is attending an HBCU important, your thesis would clearly state your answer and reasoning. Finally, you'll typically find the thesis statement at the end of the introduction paragraph, usually the very last line. A thesis statement is the most important part of an essay. They act as the foundation of your entire argument or claim. Just like a strong building needs a solid base, a strong essay needs a clear thesis to support everything that follows. Thesis statements also provide a roadmap, not just for your reader, but for you as the writer. It helps keep your ideas focused and organized, making sure every paragraph connects back to your main point. For the reader, the thesis shows them where your essay is headed. For you, it keeps your writing on track and prevents you from drifting off topic. Without a thesis, it's easy for an essay to lose direction. But with one, you're setting yourself up for a clear, logical, and convincing piece of writing. Every thesis statement should have three key components. The first component is the topic. This is simply what your essay is about. It sets the subject or issue you're focusing on. The second component is the claim. This is the heart of your thesis. It's a debatable statement or idea, something that can be supported with research, evidence, or analysis. Remember, if everyone already agrees with it or it's just a fact, it's not a strong claim. The third component is support. This briefly explains how you plan to prove or develop your claim. It gives the reader a preview of the points or evidence you'll use in the body of your essay. When you put all three parts together, you get a clear, focused thesis that sets the stage for a strong, well-organized argument. A strong thesis is topic-specific. It's focused and clear, not vague or too broad. This helps keep your essay on track and impactful. It takes a clear position on the topic. Your thesis should show exactly where you stand, rather than being neutral or indecisive. A strong thesis focuses on one main idea. Trying to cover too much at once can confuse your reader and weaken your argument. It uses active nouns and verbs. This makes your claim more direct. A strong thesis statement avoids simply announcing the topic. Phrases like, "This paper will discuss," don't show your argument and can make your writing feel weak. Instead, jump straight into your claim. Now that we know what a strong thesis looks like, let's shift our focus to learning how to write one. A good way to start is by asking a question about your topic. This helps you focus on what you want to explore or prove in your essay. Next, take that question and answer in a clear, concise statement. This answer becomes your thesis, the main point you want to make. Finally, make sure your thesis reflects the argument or claim you'll be presenting throughout your paper. It should give a clear sense of what your essay will argue and guide your writing from start to finish. Let's look at this thesis statement. The Black Lives Matter movement has significantly impacted culture due to its ability to address the violence and systemic racism towards the African American community. This is a strong thesis. Here's why. First, it's specific. It identifies the Black Lives Matter movement and focuses on its cultural impact. Second, it takes a clear position, showing that the movement has had a significant effect. Third, it presents a debatable argument. Some might agree or disagree on the extent or nature of the impact, which makes it open for discussion. And finally, it leaves room for further analysis, so the essay can explore the different ways the movement addresses violence and systemic racism. Let's examine this next thesis statement about Beyonce's music video, Pretty Hurts. In the music video Pretty Hurts, Beyonce talks about beauty standards. This thesis is weak for a few reasons. It's very vague and lacks specificity. It doesn't tell us what Beyonce says about beauty standards or why it matters. Plus, it doesn't clearly present an argument or claim. It simply states a fact without giving the essay a clear direction. Now look at the stronger version. In the music video and song Pretty Hurts, Beyonce uses vivid, symbolic imagery to bring attention to how beauty standards negatively impact women. This thesis is much more effective. It's specific, naming both the video and the song, and it takes a clear position by explaining the use of symbolic imagery. It also presents a debatable claim, the idea that beauty standards negatively impact women, which the essay can explore in detail. This stronger thesis gives your writing focus and makes your argument clear from the start. Let's take a look at this thesis statement. This paper aims to discuss how implementing nursing best practices in emergency rooms can improve patient outcomes by reducing medical errors, enhancing communication, and promoting timely care. This thesis has some strengths. It clearly outlines the benefits of nursing best practices in emergency rooms, which gives a good sense of what the essay will cover. However, it also has a weakness. It announces the topic with phrases like, "This paper aims to discuss." This kind of phrasing can make your writing sound less confident and less direct. Here's a stronger version. Implementing nursing best practices in emergency rooms improves patient outcomes by reducing medical errors, enhancing communication, and promoting timely care. This version is more concise and direct, avoiding announcements. It confidently states the claim and highlights the specific ways nursing practice makes a difference. By cutting out unnecessary phrases, the thesis becomes clearer and stronger. To recap what we've covered in this guide on thesis statements, remember, a strong thesis statement serves as a central argument or claim of a paper and sets the stage for the discussion. A strong thesis includes your topic, your claim, and a preview of your support. It tells the reader what you're writing about, what you believe, and how you'll prove it. Use active verbs and nouns and take a clear position. Your thesis should do more than state a fact. It should make a claim worth discussing. Thank you for watching. We hope you found this video helpful. For more videos on various writing topics, make sure to check out the other videos on our YouTube channel. We hope to see you in the Writing and Communication Center.